Good afternoon. Former FBI Director and Special Counsel Robert Mueller testified on Capitol Hill today. He testified before the House Judiciary Committee and Intelligence Committees. The whole testimony was about 7 hours long. That's a long testimony for a 75-year-old former FBI director who, I must say, has very high credentials. He is one of the longest serving FBI directors behind J. Edgar Hoover. So he has a deep bench in terms of his intellect. That being said, his testimony was sort of lackluster and uninformed. He seemed to be not as familiar with the document as others thought. Congressmen and women questioned him time and time again, and it was grueling. The process was grueling, and it didn't add credibility to the report at all. President Trump responded on the White House lawn today. He said the whole situation was a witch hunt and a hoax, and that the testimony of Special Counsel Robert Mueller was not very good, and that this will affect the 2020 election in a negative way. These are all his comments after, of course, Robert Mueller wrapped up his testimony, but he didn't acknowledge that he's older and it was 7 hours long, and that he's a former FBI director with a lot of information at his fingertips. And there were certain parts of the report he wasn't at liberty to discuss. And he wasn't at liberty to exonerate the president because that wasn't his job. So I think we need to be sort of fair and sort of balanced in terms of our approach and judgment of Robert Mueller, special counsel. And I think we need to not judge Democrats or Republicans in terms of their line of questioning. I feel like both parties questioned the special counsel in a way that was open-ended, and both parties had something to gain because there was politics involved. Politics, a lot of politics involved. And the fact that the 2020 election is around the corner and that his testimony was right before it, that we can say that people had ulterior motives. They were looking at the fact that many American people haven't even read the report. And so their constituents were watching on television today to see what actually the report said. That being said, we'll see how this plays out in the media. We'll see how it plays out for 2020. And we'll see how it plays out with party politics among Democrats and Republicans. MJ Carter.